For today's video, I'm going to show you how to add a drop shadow to a text in Photoshop. And these are techniques for depth and realism. We will also dive deeper into making text and style, using blending options for applying drop shadow, and duplicating a layer to create a drop shadow effect. So let's get started. Got here an empty background, and the first thing we're gonna do is to create a text layer. So let's select on this text tool and then click it here, and then let's type our title as Doodle Royalty. Okay, now once we're done, let's click on this layer and then let's adjust the size of it. Click on the layer and press Ctrl plus T. Now the transformation commands already pop up. Now we can already adjust the size. So let's just select this side here. I think I need to insert a space over here to make it look like this. Alright, so I'll click on this layer again, Ctrl plus T, and then let's keep on adjusting the size. Now that's way better. To add a drop shadow, let's right click on the text layer that we just created. Right click on it and let's go to blending options. Alright, once we click that, we got this layer style window. And to apply the drop shadow, let's go to style and let's go to the last part. It's over here. Drop shadow. To apply that, you just have to tick this box. Let's move this window aside and you will notice that the drop shadow effect is already applied. And to adjust the setting, you just have to double click on this drop shadow. This drop shadow setting will let you adjust the effect. So here in the first one, you can change the color of it. Actually, the common color of shadows are black or gray. So of course we're gonna set it to black. And let's select okay. And for the next one is for the opacity. We can adjust this opacity. For the transparency, maybe let's adjust this one to 30. That's fine for me. And let's go to the next one for the distance. If I put the distance into 0, you may be able to see that the drop shadow effect is already stick to our text. So if we're going to adjust the distance, it's just moving away from it. Okay, so maybe I'll just set this one to 40. Okay, let's go to the next one for the spread. So for the spread, it shows you the wideness of the shadow effect. Of course, the higher, the wider. Okay, so maybe let's just set it to 20. Okay, for example. And for the size, of course, this one will resize the shadow effect. Okay, so if I put it to 100%, look how we scattered this effect. So that's too much. Maybe we can just put it to around 90. It's fine. It's fine for me. Okay. And for the quality, you can also adjust this one. All right. But yeah, basically this is the kind of this one over here and this one are the basic effects of a shadow. All right. So let's just click on this, and then for the noise, you can also adjust it. But too much noise doesn't look like a realistic shadow, so maybe we just bring this amount into a lower amount, like maybe 6. That's fine. Alright, and once you're done, you can now select OK. And there you go. The drop shadow effect is already applied. And by the way, if you find this video helpful so far, please consider subscribing to help YouTube algorithm show my video to other nerds like us. So let's move on to the next. So here I got this amazing and beautiful sunset background. So now let's put on the text. So now let's add the text layer. Alright, so same thing. Let's put our title, Doodle Royalty. And same thing, let's click on that layer, okay, and press Ctrl plus T. Okay, this is an easy way for us to adjust the size. Do it like this. Let's just put it in the middle. All right, that's fine now. Now we're going to convert this text into a smart object. To do that, let's just right click on this and then find convert to smart object. Once you find it, just click it. All right, and there you go. Now it's already a smart object. The next thing we're going to do here is we're going to duplicate this. So to duplicate, you just have to press on this layer and then press Ctrl plus J. All right, so now we already duplicate the text layer. Yeah, let's click the original layer, and then let's adjust its transformation effect. Okay, so let's Ctrl plus T to do that. And then this transformation command will let you adjust. So now let's drag it here. And then after that, this text layer here will serve as our shadow effect. So to do that, let's right click on this layer and then click on flip vertical. Now once we flip vertical, it already shows a mirror effect. Okay, so after that, we're gonna right click it again once again, and then we're going to click on perspective. Once we click that, it will enable us to adjust the wideness. Oh, oops, that's too much. Okay. All right, so let's make it wide. And then let's adjust this for the direction. Now let's make this one going to the left, because imagine that this is the sun, it's on the right side of the sky, and when it shines and this is our text, it makes this effect like its direction is going to the left. Let's just move this one. Okay, maybe this one is fine. All right, let's connect it because we just adjust that to look realistic. Okay, we don't need space for that. Okay, so now the next thing we're gonna do is to select on this layer, and then we're gonna create a layer mask. So yeah, select this one, add layer mask on this layer, and then select this layer that we just created, and then let's go to gradient. So gradient is located here. All right, or the shortcut key of it is letter G. Okay, so once we click that, let's change the setting first. Okay, so you need to set it into black and white because you're gonna see the cool effect here. So let's press OK. All right, now we're gonna use the gradient effect here. When I click and drag here, you see the gradient effect makes the shadow look faded. Actually, this not yet over, so the best way to do this so that all of it will be affected, let's create a straight line. Like, you have to hold shift and start from dragging here going up. Maybe, all right, let's do it again. Hold shift and drag it going up. And there you go. So on this side of the shadow looks faded now. The last effect that we're gonna apply here, we should always make sure that you're clicking still on that same layer. And now let's go to filter, select blur, and then let's use the basic blur, the Gaussian blur. Select on it, and this one will pop up. Let's adjust the radius, maybe 3. Yeah, fine. And now select OK. And here's the outcome. We just made a realistic drop shadow effect on our text on this image. And that is how to add a drop shadow to text in Photoshop. See you on the next videos.